got no regrets, can't forget.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Sunday meal prep video. I am so glad that you are joining me today. My name is Jennifer. If you are new here, I am 46 years old and I have been doing the WW plan since September of 2019, and I'm down 70 pounds at this point. I've really enjoyed doing the program and started my YouTube channel because my husband and I started meal prepping like we do, and I decided to just start filming it, and I'm so glad that I did. It's one of the best decisions that I ever made in my life. I have so appreciated and enjoyed meeting several people that I never would have made contact with through my Instagram and through YouTube and everything, so I just want y'all to know how much I do appreciate y'all. If you're new here, please go ahead and click that subscribe button and become part of the family so that you don't miss any time that I upload. I typically upload on Tuesday, Thursday, and on Sunday, and occasionally there may be an extra video in there. We are playing around with the idea of adding in a fourth video, kind of separating out my weigh-in videos from my weekly vlogs and just having the weekly vlogs separate. But we'll see how that plays out. It's hard for me to edit and film and, you know, do everything and do my full-time job, and I really want to put as much effort as I can into growing this YouTube channel and into providing more content that each of y'all enjoy. So before we get into the video, the meal plan this week is going to be real simple because today is actually Easter Sunday. Y'all won't see this until next Sunday, but we are getting ready to have my daughter and her wife and my granddaughter come over. We're just going to make a quick veggie burgers and some sweet potato fries for lunch, which I know is not like your typical Easter meal, but nobody really wanted that, and I went to my cousin's house and had Easter yesterday and got to eat some Easter food and a bunch of junk, and so we are going to just keep it nice and simple today. I am making some muffins, which is one thing that we're going to kind of do backwards today. Before we roll into Charlie's prepping of vegetables and stuff, I am getting ready to make these sugar-free muffins with the Diet Dr. Pepper, so I'm going to film that first because I am making those for our dessert for today if anyone wants them. They are really good and they're really moist, and I like to top them with some coconut ready whip. So anyway, for the meal plan, we're making Kung Pao chicken with the Asian fried rice, and we are just going to do the turkey sausage with the diced potatoes and the green beans. We can do all of that in the oven as like 3 sheet pans. That's my plan on that, instead of even trying to use the air fryer, because we are going to use the air fryer to make our lunch when the girls get here. I'm going to make those Alexia sweet potato fries, those seasoned ones, and y'all, they are so good. I've really been looking forward to that. I've really loved doing my little Boca Burger wrap. That's what I'm going to do. I think Charlie's going to have like a real hamburger, and he's going to grill out some hot dogs and stuff. So everybody's just going to kind of eat their own little thing. My daughter's not feeling that well, so I don't really know what she's going to eat. So we shall see how Easter lunch goes, but hopefully it will go fine. It will be quick, and we're just going to have fun, and we're going to have a quick little Easter egg hunt for Athena. So I didn't want to add any new meals in today, because sometimes whenever I do a meal for the first time, especially videoing it, it takes extra time because I have to read it, make sure I know what I'm doing, you know, before I show it to y'all and have everything set up. But like these 2 meals, I know them by heart. They're easy. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to make my cookies or not, because I am making these muffins, and these I think come out to 3 points if I make 12. Sometimes I can get a little bit more, like if I make them a little bit smaller, but you know, if I'm going to just eat one of them, I want one nice big muffin. So I'm not 100% sure if I will make my cookies or not. If I don't, then I may just make a batch like later in the middle of the week, but y'all can reference back to almost every one of my meal prep videos if you are interested in those chocolate protein cookies, and I will still leave the recipe in the description box down below for the cookies, even if I don't make them today. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump into the video. The first thing I'm going to do is make these muffins with just a Diet Dr. Pepper, so let's get started. Okay guys, you need 2 ingredients to make these muffins. This is a sugar-free devil's food cake mix by Pillsbury. Now I am going to warn you, these are very difficult to find. I could not find them in the store. I had to order them on Amazon, and I had to pay extra for them. I got a pack of 2 for like $12 or $13, which is stupid, I know, but I really wanted to make them because I enjoy them, and they're so simple. They are dairy free, so the girls will eat them. They are vegan, if you don't know that. So I really wanted to make these. I really don't understand why everything that I love in life ends up being discontinued or taken out of the stores or what it is, but That's kind of why I'm a hoarder, to be honest, because I'm always afraid that if I find something that I really love, that I won't be able to get it anymore, and it happens all the time. So stores, if any of y'all are listening, or companies, stop making the good products that everyone loves. Now, they do have a sugar-free brownie mix, and I have seen that in all of the stores, and I have contemplated trying that and making the muffins, because it's probably about the same, to be honest, I think. I'm not 100% sure. But I wanted to make the devil's food cake one, so I did order a 2-pack on Amazon. It wasn't cheap. I don't know if I would do it again or not. I was worried they would be out of date, but this does not expire until December of 2021. So that is a good thing. So anyway, all you're going to do, oops, well, that's your one ingredient. Your other one is a Diet Dr. Pepper. You could use Diet Coke, Diet Cherry Coke, Diet Cherry Dr. Pepper, whatever. Just anything that's 0 calories. And yeah, that's all you do is mix it up, and it's going to make some perfectly moist muffins. It's actually crazy. So let me tilt you down here and we'll get started. And I have my oven preheated to 350. And I think these cook for about 15 minutes. I'm going to put them in for like 13 and then check them. Because it's not like I have a real recipe to follow for this. It's something that I saw on Pinterest or somebody do online. I can't even remember. I'm sure y'all seen this as well. But for the ones of those that haven't, then I am going to show you. So I have my cake mix in there, and we are just going to go in with some Diet Dr. Pepper. I'm not going to put the whole thing in at first. I'm going to put most of it. And this is one of those, kind of like the cookies, you just want to get it to the proper consistency. Which, see, that's way too dry. I mean, that's not even, you want it to be just kind of like a normal cake mix. But you can always add, you can't take away once you add it. So that's why I think I usually do end up using almost the whole bottle. And this is a 20 ounce, I think. And it is a little weird mixing it in there. It takes a little while to kind of incorporate the Coke into the mixture. Okay, I think that looks like a really good consistency. It's not too runny. I used almost all of the Dr. Pepper. There's like a swallow left, probably. And I could probably go ahead and add it if I wanted to, but I think this is good. We're gonna go with it. Okay, I'm gonna spray my muffin tin with the baker's spray. And I do want to nicely coat it so that they do not stick. Okay, and I'm going to just use my ice cream scoop, and we are going to scoop it into 12 muffins. That's what I'm going to make. So I'll just start out with a scoop in each one, and then I'll just add more if needed.
You got me wrapped around it. You feel me, your body wrapped around me. Good mistakes. Oh, you got me looped about it. You and me, you got me losing sleep. I am in too deep, like an overdose. You're the
Okay, there they are. We're going to go in the oven at 350. I'm going to start at 13 minutes and then just check them until I think that they're done. Okay guys, so all of the girls just left. We had a great Easter lunch and everything, and I am really running behind. It's already after 2 o'clock. So we are going to try to zip through this meal prep as quickly as possible. So we are ready to roll into Charlie's prep right now, and then we'll go right into my fruit bowls. And then we are going to do the turkey kielbasa, the beans, and the potatoes all on sheet pans in the oven, because I think that will be the easiest way to cook those. And then we will work on the Kung Pao chicken and the cauliflower rice while that is going in the oven. And I'm probably not going to make the cookies today. I sent 3 or 4 of the cupcakes that I made, the sugar-free chocolate cupcakes, home with the girls. So we still have a few of them left. I will just make me a batch of cookies in the middle of the week so that they will be fresher once we eat all of these cupcakes up. And Charlie will eat these cupcakes too. He'll just pile them up with his regular Ready Whip or whatever ice cream that he wants to put on there with it, and probably some caramel drizzle. Oh, I forgot I have that, so I can drizzle mine with some. I have some sugar-free caramel, so that will be a nice little treat for the next couple of nights. And then I will just make a batch of cookies in the middle of the week. So anyway, let's roll into prep right now. But for Charlie's prep that he's going to do, of course, he's going to dice up my peppers, cut up my cantaloupe, cut up my pineapple as normal. For the menu, we are going to do the turkey kielbasa because a couple of my friends I saw on Instagram cook this week, and it made me want it, and we wanted something easy that we didn't really have to think about. So that's why there's no new recipes today, because it is Easter, and I know I can, you know, throw this in the oven along with the potatoes. I didn't get the potatoes out. So we're going to do the turkey kielbasa along with the golden potatoes. We're just gonna dice these up into little pieces, and then we have some of the green beans, which these do have the little stems on the end, so Charlie's gonna try to snip those off with our kitchen shears, because it is annoying trying to eat those when they have the little ends on them. I love them when they're already pre-cut, but I didn't really have much choice on the Publix website. That's what I ordered from this week, and I assumed that they would be trimmed, but you know what happens when you assume, and so they are not, but that's okay. We will trim them up and have the smoked sausage and the potatoes with that. And then for our other meal, we're going to do the Kung Pao chicken and the cauliflower Asian rice, which I use the little fried rice packet for that. Here it is. I just use one of these little fried rice mixes and put in with the cauliflower rice. You cannot tell that it is cauliflower. It almost tastes like the real thing. You add some soy sauce in and an egg and some garlic, and I think that's about it. So easy. So yeah, I'll just wash up my blueberries like normal. They gave me a tiny little thing of blueberries this week, but that is okay. And so I'm going to jump in here, get a shower real quick, because I have a whole lot of stuff to do, especially with them coming over. So Charlie's basically going to prep everything, and then we're going to kind of pause. I am going to make the sugar-free muffins once I get ready, and I am going to film that, and it will be in this video. I'm not 100% sure if I will make my cookies as well, or if I will just eat these this week for my dessert. We'll see, because I think they end up to be 3 points. I'll confirm that for you, but it depends on how many I get out of it. But I feel like if I do 12, then they end up to be 3 points per muffin. And it is a nice little nightly treat. It's not as satisfying as the protein cookies because it's not as high in protein, but it is good, and it is still a point-friendly dessert, I think. So we'll see. I'm going to try to send some home with the girls, and so maybe I won't be left with a bunch of them. But that is on the menu for the day, so let's roll into Charlie's prep, I guess.
You got me begging, pretty please. I'm so hung up on you. I couldn't tell you what it feels like, but I sure think you do. Where do you go when your glass ends up empty? Oh, I wanna know, won't you let me know? Where do you hide when you leave me wasted? Oh, I wanna know. We're only lovers when we count down. Tell me when to stop, tell me when to stop, babe. Just keep on dancing like we're not bound. Lovers on the clock, I'll be ready when we go down.
Lovers on the clock, I'll be ready when we go down.
We spend the night on bubble bliss, forever lasting.
Okay, we are ready to throw together our fruit bowls real quick. It is late because we kind of had our Easter lunch and a little egg hunt for Athena. And yeah, so I'm going to be in a hurry and try to get these meals done as quickly as possible today. So I'm just doing 6 fruit bowls instead of my normal 7. I still have one left over from last week because there was a day there that I did not eat one of my fruit bowls. I'm not sure what day it was, probably Saturday to be honest. So I will have 7 altogether, but I'm just going to divide this into 6. So let's go.
I see everything around me change way. I feel everything inside me changes over and over again. Can't wait, knowing that our love is wasted, yeah, wasted. We're running blind and we don't know why. Was it really what we had in mind? We're running wild, only losing time. Yeah, we're left here without love. We're out of time, and time don't wait. We're in heaven, but we lost our way.
Okay, here are my completed fruit bowls and yogurt bowls. Again, I only made 6 because I do have one left, so I will take that for lunch on Monday and go ahead and get that one eaten up. It's still good. I had one today with my lunch, and of course we have our diced peppers that Charlie diced up for me that I will use for my eggs and my pizzas and stuff this week. So anyway, I'm going to put this away real quick, and then we're going to jump into making the turkey kielbasa, the potatoes, and the green beans, because I'm going to do all those on 3 sheet pans in the oven. And while that's in the oven going, then we're going to start on the Kung Pao chicken. Okay guys, so I have the turkey kielbasa here that Charlie has already sliced up for me whenever he did his prep, and we are just going to put it on one of these lined sheet pans. So I have 3 of them lined. One is going to be for the turkey kielbasa, one is going to be for the potatoes, and then the other one for the green beans. And actually, I think I can fit the turkey kielbasa on the smallest one, so we'll start maybe. Let's try that. So I'm just going to spray the pan with a little extra virgin olive oil spray, just so they don't stick to the aluminum foil. And then you don't have to season these at all. They are delicious exactly the way they are. You just want to line them flat along your baking sheet. And then I will turn them halfway. They probably need to cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. It kind of depends on your oven. It also kind of depends on how done you want yours. Y'all know I like everything really well done. I like these when they're like almost crispy.
Funny how the story goes, little hope but bigger dreams. They try to bring a sucker down, singing louder than the crowd. Listen the rhythm, I'm feeling brand new. Keep pushing forward, it's gonna save you. Never look down, love, not when we shine so bright.
Okay, I'm just going to set this to the side for the moment, and then we're going to go ahead and season up the potatoes and the green beans and get those ready so they all go in at the same time. One thing to note on that, so that was 2 13-ounce packages of the Butterball turkey sausage. So that's what I'm going to use to calculate my points. I'm going to put in 26 ounces and divide it by 6 to get the points for the turkey kielbasa. And that is the best way to get an accurate calculation, whether you're counting macros or calories or whatever form that the meat comes in, which it come uncooked at 13 ounces, that's what I'm going to count. After it's cooked, what I will do is weigh it to see how much I have, because it will be a different weight. There will not be 26 ounces. It will weigh less because it's going to shrink up, and a lot of that moisture is going to come out of it whenever I cook it. And then I'm just going to use that weight to divide it by 6 so that I divide it into 6 equal portions. Hopefully that makes sense, but that is an easy way to do your points calculations, because a lot of people don't know whether or not to do it before or after it's cooked. The nutrition facts on the back of the label is for the form that the food is in, the way that it comes packaged. So I will count it as the 26 ounces into 6 servings, but to get the weight afterwards, then I have to reweigh it to see what it weighs after it cooks and divide it into 6 that way. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me know down in the description box if you understand that or don't understand it, or if that helps or whatever. So anyway, let's do the potatoes. So for the potatoes, Charlie's already diced these up. And this is just some yellow gold potatoes. They've been in the refrigerator for a little while because he did it before the girls came. And we're just going to use a bunch of seasonings and season this up well. Of course, I'm going to spray them well with extra virgin olive oil spray. We're going to do salt and pepper. I have garlic powder. I'm going to use a little garlic salt as well, although that's getting really low. I need to pick up some more of that next week. The Cajun seasoning is the main seasoning that I'm using on this. This to me really gives these potatoes a good flavor. So this will be what I put on mostly. And then of course I'm going to do some ground cumin. Oh, and chili powder. I didn't get that out. I feel like ground cumin and chili powder kind of go hand in hand, like salt and pepper almost. So if I'm going to use one, I'm pretty much always going to use the other one. So what I'm going to do is spray them, season it probably, and redo it all again. So let's get it done. And then you can just put as much of the seasonings as you want, as heavy or as light.
The sun is getting warmer. Oh, when we soar away among the clouds.
And we're going to do some garlic powder, a little garlic salt, a little chili powder, some ground cumin, and last but definitely not least, the Cajun seasoning. I love this on these potatoes. And then I'm just going to give it a good stir and go through it all again.
Sip me up like lemonade. We both know it's bittersweet. This sourness will bite your tongue. No one is forever young. No.
Okay, I'm just going to spray my pan and try to spread these out as thinly as possible. And then I'm just going to spray the top of them with the olive oil spray. I do like them crispy, but I want them in the oven long enough too to where they're soft on the inside. So I'm not really sure how long they need to stay in there. At least 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes to an hour. We'll see. The turkey kielbasa should only have to stay in for about 20 minutes or so. So I'm going to kind of have to keep my eye on it. And then we're going to give it a good spray. And these will be ready to go in the oven. But we got to do the green beans real quick. Okay, so we've got the pan sprayed, and then Charlie has already trimmed off the ends of the green beans for me. So we are going to get these lined up on here as evenly as possible. And we're pretty much going to use about the same seasonings, except for the Cajun that we used on the potatoes. And we are going to use 3 tablespoons of just grated Parmesan cheese, which I've already measured that out. I don't know if you can actually see that cheese in that bowl or not, but I just use this Kroger brand of Parmesan cheese, and we are going to go in with some salt and pepper. And some chili powder. Basically, you can add whatever seasonings you like. I just kind of made this up. And some garlic salt. I did text Charlie and told him we need some more garlic salt. He's at Walmart. And some cumin. And some garlic powder. And I'm going to kind of mix that up, and then we'll sprinkle the cheese on top. Actually, I'm going to spray them with some olive oil spray too. And then we're just going to sprinkle the Parmesan cheese. And that will be ready to go in the oven as well. So I'm going to put everything in at 400 degrees. And I'm going to set the first timer for like 12 minutes so that I can check on the turkey kielbasa, because that one's definitely going to cook earlier than the other two. I think the potatoes, I think the green beans are going to have to be in for at least 30 minutes, but I think the potatoes will take a little bit longer. So I'm just going to check my times and adjust it as I go, and just keep setting timers, or else I forget about it. So anyway, play it by ear. You know how your oven cooks, if it needs to cook longer or less, or if you like your potatoes crispier. I like mine really crispy, so if they're not crisp enough, then I'm just going to keep putting them in for a little bit more time. The last few times I put those in the air fryer, so we'll see how they turn out in the oven. I've cooked them in the oven before, but it's just been a while. So anyway, that's what we're going to do, and then we are going to make some Kung Pao chicken. Okay, we are ready to start on the Kung Pao chicken. I've sprayed all of my pans. I have all of them up here for the cauliflower and for the broccoli stir fry. I'm gonna put the chicken on and then I'll put those in. So I'm just gonna salt and pepper my chicken on this side and put some of the cumin and chili powder on it, put it in the skillet, and then season the other side.
Have this feeling, haven't felt for so long. Took a hold on me and won't let go. I've been sleeping, caught me off my guard. Cause you're in my space and now I'm so pull me towards you and I cannot fight it. My head's underwater, I try to disguise it. Want you to hold me, though we haven't.
Okay, and I know that chicken's gonna get loud, but we're gonna go ahead and pop in the rest of our stuff, and then we'll come back once the chicken's kind of done. So in here, I'm gonna go ahead and put my stir fry and put the lid on it so that it will start to soften this up. And I'm just gonna put a little salt and pepper for right now on the veggies. It will be mixed with the chicken eventually. And then I'm going to put in all 3 bags of the cauliflower rice and just put the lid on. Now I did kind of break this up already, so that is a tip, because if you don't, it comes out in like one big hard clump. And then I'm just going to go ahead and season up the cauliflower rice with just the salt and pepper for right now and let it soften. I'm going to put the lid on it as well. Okay, everything's just kind of cooking along nicely at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and measure out like my Kung Pao sauce, get my egg ready in a bowl, measure out my soy sauce, all of that stuff so that it is ready once the items are ready to be added. Okay, I'm getting ready to measure out the Kung Pao sauce. If you can see that, this is the Panda Express Kung Pao sauce. I'm going to use 14 tablespoons, which a serving is 2 tablespoons, which is 35 grams. So I need 35 times 7 to get 14 tablespoons. So that comes to 245 grams. So I have my measuring cup on the scale. It is tared out to 0. And shake it up a little bit because it's been sitting. And we are just going to measure out 245 grams, which should be almost exactly a cup. There we go, 247, close enough. Okay, so we're going to need 4 tablespoons of soy sauce, and a tablespoon is 15 milliliters. So we're going to need what? 15 times 4, so 60 milliliters. So I'll just put this on milliliters and we will measure out 60 milliliters. There we go, 60 on the dot, perfect. So I've got that ready. I'm going to use the whole packet of the fried rice seasoning. I'm just going to use a teaspoon of this. I'll just do that whenever I get to it, and then I'm going to go ahead and crack my egg in the bowl so that it is ready to go as well. Okay, so I think that the fried rice is ready to go ahead and add everything in. I am going to add in a little cumin and chili powder just to give it a little bit of spice. Yeah, it's nice and softened up now, so should be good. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in the garlic, which I'm just going to do like a heaping spoonful of that, and the soy sauce that we already measured out, the 4 tablespoons, and the fried rice packet. That. And we're going to mix all of this up and let it cook for a little while, and then we'll do the egg last. I think that my chicken is about done. What I want to do is drain some of this water off of it so that I can kind of sear it and get it a little bit crispy on the outsides. Some pieces are, but not as much as what I would like. So that's what I'm going to do real quick. Okay, for the cauliflower rice, what we're going to do is push all of the cauliflower over to one side to where we can crack the egg. Well, I'm going to pour the egg because I already have it cracked, and scramble it over here, and then we will mix it in with the cauliflower. So I have my egg here, and I'm just going to pour it on this side and let it scramble. And once it scrambles, then we are going to mix it in with the cauliflower rice. So yes, there's a little bit of cauliflower that gets mixed in there with it, but it's okay. And if you're vegan or anything and want to leave the egg out, that's perfectly fine too. I'm sure that it will still taste good without the egg. Okay, that's all there is to it. Just scramble it up a little bit, and then we're going to mix it up. And then I'm just going to turn this down real low and let it simmer for a few minutes, and it will be done. So I think that my chicken is about done. It's getting nice and crispy. So we're going to go ahead and add in our Kung Pao, most of the Kung Pao sauce. I'm going to save a little bit, and then once I mix in the vegetables, I'll pour the rest over. And then I think my veggies are pretty much done. They're looking good. I am going to have to drain the water off of it as well. So the veggies are done. I'm going to add those in with the chicken. I can do that with one hand. Ow, it's hot. I burn myself all the time, so I can try to keep my little mitts handy. And then we're just going to mix this up well and add in the rest of the Kung Pao sauce. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in. Okay, I think everything's just about done. I'm going to finish it up, and then we will be ready to plate up. We're going to plate up the turkey sausage first, and then we will plate up the Kung Pao chicken. Okay guys, so I am ready to plate up the turkey sausage, the potatoes, and the green beans. What I'm going to do is weigh out the turkey sausage and see how much I have and divide that by 6, and that's how much we're each going to get. And then for the diced potatoes, I'm probably going to do 4 to 5 ounces in each container, and then if there's anything left over, it will go in Charlie. So I got the 2 different colored containers, so he'll have the blue ones and I will have the pink ones like last week. And then of course I will just divide out the green beans as evenly as I can, because they are like 1 point I think per serving, just because of the Parmesan cheese, but not enough for me to worry about to try to weigh it out. Okay, so the turkey sausage alone is 6 points per serving whenever you take the 26 ounces and plug it in, and then however much of the diced potatoes that I'm going to use, which is probably going to be a point per ounce. So I'm looking at probably a 10-point meal if I do 4 ounces in my container, so I think that's what I will go for. So let's see how much turkey sausage we have, and then we will go ahead and measure out my 4 ounces of potatoes, and then Charlie will just get the rest. So I just have me a paper plate here on this scale, and I'm literally just going to measure it probably in grams. I don't know why I prefer to measure everything in grams as opposed to ounces or whatever. And y'all, I promise this turkey sausage is delicious. So that's 89.8 grams each. So I'm just going to try to measure out 89 grams into each container. And if you wanted to know, that's 19 ounces. So we started with 26 ounces, so after you cook it, it cooks down and it becomes 19 ounces. So that would be like 3.166 ounces each. So I'm just going to go for the 89 grams in each one. It's the same either way you want to calculate it. But my battery's going to die. Let me swap my battery out real quick, and then we will plate up. Okay, there's another one of my YouTube fails. So I just went through all of that. I just filmed putting the sausage in, and it wasn't filming. It makes me so angry. I'll refilm doing mine. Okay, so we're going to do 89 grams in each one. And I already have Charlie's plated up, and I should have 89 grams left for each one of mine. So that's perfect. I got 89 grams exactly in mine. Charlie got just a couple of extra grams in one of his, but otherwise it was very even. Now I'm gonna do 4 ounces of the diced potatoes in each one of mine, and then Charlie will just get the rest. Okay, the potatoes are done. Now we're just going to divide out the green beans as evenly as I can. Okay, here are the completed turkey kielbasa, diced gold potatoes with Cajun seasoning on them, and green beans. I will count this as a 10-point meal for myself. Charlie, of course, got additional potatoes and stuff in his. But this is a really delicious and filling meal. And if you've never tried this butterball turkey sausage, I highly recommend it. I normally wouldn't eat stuff that is so much points, but it tastes so good to me, it is worth it. So it's 6 points per serving for just the turkey sausage. And then I'm counting this as 4 points, because I have 4 ounces of potatoes in each one of my containers. Charlie's is going to be more. He has the same amount of turkey sausage and about the same amount of green beans, but he has additional potatoes. I did not weigh his. I just gave him all the extra. So anyway, this looks and tastes delicious. Of course, I've tried the potatoes, and I had to try a little bite of the turkey sausage as well. So let's get the Kung Pao chicken plated up now. Okay, we have the cauliflower fried rice ready, and the Kung Pao chicken with the stir-fry vegetables ready as well. What I'm going to do is in the bottom of each container, I'm going to divide out the cauliflower rice, and then I'm going to divide the chicken and the vegetables right on top of it. I will leave this end empty because we will heat up some chicken pot stickers and spring rolls on the night that we eat this, and then this is the perfect little spot to hold those. So everything's just going to go in this end of the container, and let's get it done. And this is a low point meal. I think this just comes out to like a point or 2 per serving. So I'm just going to eyeball this instead of exactly measuring it.
Always alone. You will always be there. Always alone. You will always be there. Always alone. You will always be there. Always alone.
Okay guys, here is the completed Kung Pao chicken with the stir-fry vegetables and the cauliflower fried rice. Of course, y'all just saw me put the fried rice down underneath the vegetables and the chicken, but this meal comes out to 2 points. I just had to confirm that in my app. So yeah, we will have a spring roll and 2 pot stickers usually with the meal. So it'll end up making it, I think a six additional points. So I end up making it like an 8-point meal, if I'm correct. I have to double check and see how much those pot stickers are and the spring rolls. Pretty sure the spring rolls are 3 points each. But that will be in my weekly vlog, what I eat in a week video. So I will have all of the information for the full points on those meals in that video. But this by itself is 2 points, and it's very hearty. This is a very heavy, dense meal, so very filling. We love this. All right, now I'm going to do some cleanup. I don't have to make cookies. I don't have to cook anything else. Let me turn you around. Okay, so now I'm going to take a little break. We're going to do some cleanup. I'm not going to make the cookies like I said earlier because I've already made the chocolate muffins and or cupcakes, whatever you want to call them. They're really like muffins. I just like to put the coconut Ready Whip on top. And I'm going to do my bacon and eggs for my breakfast, so I have that ready for this week. And yeah, this meal prep will be done. So not too bad considering I got such a late start. That's one reason I wanted to choose meals that I already knew how to make, that I was comfortable with, and I didn't really have to think about it that much. It's almost like second nature. So anyway, these are delicious meals. So let me get my breakfast thrown together real quick and we will wrap this up. Okay guys, so we have another successful meal prep done here. Lots of good looking food. I have my 6 containers of fruit and yogurt. Like I said, I have 1 container left from last week that I will eat tomorrow. Here we have the turkey kielbasa with the diced potatoes that's seasoned with a bunch of seasonings and mainly that Cajun seasoning. And then the green beans that's seasoned up as well and with a little bit of Parmesan cheese on those. The pink ones are mine because I specifically measured out 4 ounces of potatoes in mine. Charlie got the extra. He even has a little extra kind of hidden there under his green beans. So he will get the blue containers. I will get the pink ones this week. The Kung Pao chicken and the Asian fried rice comes out to 2 points per serving. I just eyeballed this and divided this out as evenly as I could because it is such a low point meal. And we will have this with a couple of chicken pot stickers and a spring roll on the nights that we eat this. I also have my 5 batches of scrambled eggs made along with 10 strips of bacon so that I can have 2 each day. And then here are my chocolate muffins that I made. I hope y'all can still hear me. I'm getting the camera far away from my mouth. But these are what is left over after our little Easter celebration today. So I do have several of the chocolate muffins left over. And if y'all have never tried that, I know it's a weird recipe with the Diet Dr. Pepper or whatever in there, but they are super moist. They're really good. So I highly recommend those if you can get your hands on that sugar-free cake mix. But anyway, another successful meal prep, and I am glad to be done with it because it's been a long day. It's Easter Sunday, and it's almost 6 o'clock, so time to wrap it up. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me for another Sunday meal prep. I hope that you got some good ideas from this video. Please leave in the comments down below whether or not you've tried any of these recipes yet. I know that I have shown both of these before. The only thing I didn't show before were the chocolate muffins, but I'm sure that y'all have seen that recipe on other people's channels as well. But that is definitely worth trying if you want a quick treat. But I'm just not 100% sure that it is easy to find that Devil's Food sugar-free cake mix. Like I said, I ordered it on Amazon and paid way more than I needed to, but I wanted it for today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for supporting me and watching my videos. I hope that I'm giving y'all content that y'all want. If there's anything else that y'all want to see, let me know in the comments down below as well. I love to talk back and forth with y'all and get your feedback. And I will see y'all in the next video. Oh, if you haven't already, hit that red subscribe button and click that notification bell so that you don't miss any time that I upload. I upload 3 times per week, maybe 4. There might be a 4th video coming here soon. So Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday is my regular schedule, but I am thinking about doing a little something different, so you might see a 4th video here and there at least. So again, go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and if you haven't already, follow me over on Instagram. I will leave my Instagram handle here for you as well. And also, if you don't know, I do have a Facebook group for those that don't have Instagram, or if you just want to join the Facebook group, the link is down in the description box below. And also in the description box below, I will have all of the recipes and everything typed out. I know I didn't make my chocolate cookies today, but I will still leave that recipe down in the description box below. But you can reference almost all of my meal prep videos. They have the chocolate cookies in there if you're wanting to see that. I may end up later in the week making me a batch of the cookies, but I wanted to wait because I actually still have 1 serving left from last week's batch because my stomach was kind of messed up towards the end of the week and I didn't really eat them much. And I have these chocolate muffins, so I don't want to make another batch and then go to waste. So I I just wanted to wait until later in the week and make them. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see y'all in the next video.